Is BTS's Jin truly the new Gucci royalty? Why did his Milan Fashion Week appearance feel like a global coronation? Tell us what you think. Was this just fashion, or was this history in the making? Comment, like, and share your theory about what this moment really means for BTS and ARMY worldwide. Did you see it coming? Could anyone have predicted that Milan, the global capital of fashion, would transform into a stage for something that looked less like a fashion show and more like a royal coronation? BTS's Jin did not just attend Milan Fashion Week. He owned it, he conquered it, and he set the internet ablaze with a presence that fans are now calling Gucci royalty. But here's the question that refuses to leave our minds. Was this just a fashion appearance? Or did we witness the symbolic crowning of one of K-pop's most powerful global icons? Before diving into the heart of this emotional story, we want to hear from you. What do you think, ARMY? Was this a simple runway event? Or was it a carefully orchestrated global statement about where Jin stands in the cultural hierarchy right now? Comment below with your thoughts. Share this article with your friends, and subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter in what is quickly becoming one of the most fascinating eras of BTS history. At precisely 7 p.m. local time, as the lights dimmed inside the majestic Palazzo Mezzanot in Milan, cameras began flashing like 1,000 lightning bolts. The air felt charged with anticipation, and then there he was, Jin, the worldwide handsome, the first male Korean global ambassador for Gucci, stepping into the spotlight with a kind of elegance that stops time itself. He was dressed in a perfectly tailored white button-down shirt paired with sleek black trousers, the outfit minimal but magnetic. A single pendant necklace rested against his chest, catching the light as if to remind the world that this was no ordinary appearance. This was a moment of significance. His hair was slicked back, revealing his forehead, and somehow that single detail turned the crowd's reaction into a frenzy. Fans watching the live stream around the world flooded social media instantly. One fan wrote on Twitter, while another exclaimed, "Looking that good should be illegal." Others jokingly demanded raises for whoever styled him that day, declaring them a genius for letting Jin embody the perfect blend of sophistication and youthfulness. Some fans went even further, calling him the face of Gucci, the Prince of Milan, and Gucci royalty, suggesting that this appearance marked a turning point. Jin was no longer just a representative of the brand, but had become part of its identity. But this was not just about fashion. This was about power. It was about presence. Every step Jin took that evening reminded everyone that BTS is still rewriting the rules of global pop culture even during their time apart. This was Jin's third major appearance as Gucci's global ambassador, following his post-military debut at the 2025 Spring, Summer Show and the Fall, Winter 2025 showcase earlier this year. Each time, the stakes have risen, the crowd has grown louder, and the impact has become more undeniable. Could it be that Gucci has found its most iconic representative, not just in Asia, but globally? And if so, what does that say about the evolving relationship between K-pop and luxury fashion? The reactions of fans outside the venue painted an even clearer picture. ARMY gathered from all over Europe, some holding banners with Jin's name, others waving purple light sticks, turning the area into what onlookers described as a purple sea of love. Some fans broke down, crying the moment he waved to them, a reminder of just how deeply they had missed him during his military service and how much they value these rare public appearances. Was this catharsis? Was this the release of 2 years of longing all at once? And then came the moment that many are still replaying on social media. Jin interacting with American rapper Netspend and Thai actress Davika in a casual but warm exchange. When Netspend jokingly told him, "We're best friends today," Jin smiled and replied, "All right, my friend." It was a brief interaction, but it exploded online. Fans began calling Netspend the luckiest man alive, while others wrote, "Imagine casually becoming Jin's best friend in Milan." But the deeper question here is, are moments like these carefully left to chance? Or are they part of the narrative that keeps Jin relatable, approachable, and connected to his audience despite his rising luxury status? Jin's impact is not just measured in cheers and tweets. Every single item he wears continues to sell out within hours, and analysts report that Gucci's media value spikes significantly with each of his appearances. The so-called Jin effect has become a case study for marketing experts worldwide. Just last year, when he became Gucci's global ambassador shortly after completing his military service, it was seen as a milestone, the moment a K-pop idol officially became a cornerstone of one of the most prestigious luxury brands in the world. Now, nearly a year later, it feels like we are watching the natural next step, the full coronation of a star who is not just endorsing Gucci but defining it. But as emotional as this moment was, we must ask ourselves, are we seeing this event as it truly is, or as we want it to be? Was Jin simply attending a fashion show, or are we collectively elevating the narrative, turning it into a royal ceremony, because that is what we crave during BTS's partial hiatus? Is the title Gucci royalty a reflection of reality, or is it a fan-made myth that has become so widely shared that it feels true? This is where critical thinking becomes essential. Information about this event spread through TikTok edits, Twitter threads, and YouTube compilations within minutes. Each clip was slowed down, color-graded, captioned with emotional text, and set to music, creating a powerful emotional experience for fans worldwide. But is this raw journalism, or is it fandom storytelling? Does it matter if the feelings are real? Or should we be cautious about how narratives are shaped in real time, especially when they can influence the global market, luxury brand strategies, and even the personal image of the artist? And then there is the bigger question: what does this mean for BTS's future? Could Jin's rising influence in the fashion world signal a new chapter for the group, where their solo careers expand into different industries before they reunite stronger than ever? Or should we prepare for the possibility that this level of individual success might pull them into separate orbits for longer than we expect? We put this to you, Army. Was Jin's Milan appearance a moment of pure fashion history, or was it something bigger? A message, a signal, a promise? Was the Gucci royalty trend a spontaneous reaction, or the result of a carefully cultivated media moment? What do you think this means for BTS as a whole and for the future of their artistry? Share your thoughts, challenge each other's theories, and keep this discussion alive, because if there is one thing Milan taught us, it is that the story of BTS is far from over. In fact, it might just be entering its most fascinating chapter yet. Like, comment, and subscribe to stay part of the conversation, because tomorrow's headlines might hold even more surprises, and you will want to be here when history unfolds.